Natural rights are fundamental rights that all individuals are believed to possess simply by being human. These rights are not granted by governments or laws, but are considered inherent and universal. They typically include the right to life, liberty, and property, and they serve as the foundation for many legal and political systems. The idea of natural rights suggests that all people have certain freedoms that cannot be taken away, regardless of where they live or what laws exist. Because natural rights are viewed as permanent and unchanging, they play a key role in discussions about justice, human dignity, and individual freedoms. Now let's explore the origin of natural rights. The concept of natural rights has roots in ancient philosophy, but became widely recognized during the Enlightenment period. Thinkers from this era argued that natural rights exist independently of governments and should guide the creation of laws and policies. The idea was influenced by earlier philosophical traditions, including those from ancient Greece and Rome, which emphasized moral principles that exist beyond human-made laws. Enlightenment philosophers expanded on these ideas, shaping modern discussions about rights, government authority, and individual freedom. Over time, the theory of natural rights became a foundation for many political and legal systems worldwide. Now let's look at some examples of natural rights in practice. Natural rights can be seen in many areas of life, particularly in legal and political systems. One example is the right to free speech, which is based on the idea that individuals should be able to express their opinions without fear of punishment. Another example is the right to own property, which suggests that people have a natural claim to the things they create or acquire. The right to personal freedom is another example, as it reflects the belief that individuals should have control over their own lives without unnecessary interference. These rights are often used to justify laws and policies that protect individual freedoms and prevent unjust treatment. Now let's consider some strengths of the theory of natural rights. One strength of the theory of natural rights is that it provides a strong moral foundation for justice and equality. Because natural rights apply to all people, they promote fairness and prevent discrimination. Another strength is that they serve as a guide for laws and governments, helping societies create policies that protect individual freedoms. Natural rights also encourage accountability, as they provide a standard against which laws and leaders can be judged. Additionally, the idea that rights exist beyond government control can help protect individuals from oppression, ensuring that basic freedoms are upheld even in times of political change. Now let's examine some weaknesses of the theory of natural rights. Despite its strengths, the theory of natural rights has some weaknesses. One major criticism is that it is difficult to prove that these rights exist independently of human societies. Unlike laws which are written and enforced, natural rights are based on moral beliefs, which can vary between cultures. Another weakness is that defining which rights are natural can be challenging, as different societies may have different views on what fundamental rights should include. Additionally, enforcing natural rights can be difficult, as governments may not always recognise or protect them. Because of these challenges, some critics argue that natural rights should be seen as ideals rather than absolute principles. Now let's look at an alternative theory of rights. An alternative to natural rights is legal rights, which are rights created and enforced by governments. Unlike natural rights, which are believed to exist independently of human institutions, legal rights are established through laws and policies. For example, while natural rights theory suggests that people inherently have the right to own property, legal rights theory states that ownership is granted and regulated by legal systems. One advantage of legal rights is that they are clearly defined and enforceable, making them more practical in real-world situations. However, unlike natural rights, legal rights can change over time as societies evolve and laws are updated. While both theories have their strengths, they offer different perspectives on the origin and purpose of rights in society.